So this is genitive. Russian has all these cases, which basically describes how what kind of role words have in a sentence or a communication situation. And genitive is one of the 6 cases. So let's talk about it. Let's see, when is it used? When to use genitive? So in general, we can say that genitive is about the close relationship between 2 objects, a person and an object, but also between a number and its object. But then it has other uses that don't have to do with possession or between 2 objects. Like, for example, when you negate a verb, when you say something is not available or not at home. So we're going to discuss those in detail because it's not something that easily intuitively, easy to understand. So here's a common example of the genitive possession. This is sister's bag, right? The bag of the sister. Это сумка сестры. And I made, so usually sestra is a nominative. Genitive becomes sestre. Это сумка сестры. When a street belongs to someone or is named after someone, you can say, Russians say, это улица Вашингтона. This is Washington Street. But the Russians say, this is the street of Washington. Possessive, genitive is also used to show that something is part of something else, like krusha doma, the roof of the house, or house's roof. When to show the genitive is also used for the agent of an action. Смех детей, the laugh of the children, or children's laughter. Изучение языков. Genitive is also used to show the object of an action, language learning. Genitive is also used to indicate that something contains something else, like pachka sigaret. Sigarete is a nominative, and the genitive for sigarete or sigareta in singular is sigaret. So there's actually no ending. It's reduced from the nominative, pack of cigs. Then you have with numbers, when you say 2, 3, 4 of something, you always use genitive, like dva brata is 2 brothers, tri brata is 3 brothers, четыре brata is 4 brothers. So anytime you use numbers 2, 3, and 4, the object of the number, whatever the number is attached, 2, 3, and 4, is going to be in genitive. In this case, singular. And if it's above 5, it's going to be genitive plural. When you use genitive, when you want to say that you ate or drank part of something. Она попила чаю. So you is a special type of genitive endings for partitive. But again, it's used with genitive. Genitive is also used when you say, like, he's not home, or I'm not home, or somebody is not in a certain location, or to express that you don't have something, or somebody doesn't have something. Like, for example, его нет дома, he's not home. Or for possession, у меня нет собак. Actually, I made a mistake. У меня нет собак should be, not собаки, unless you're referring to one dog. So it should be у меня нет собак. I don't have dogs. Then The genitive uses certain verbs like желать, добиваться, достигать, бояться, пугаться, избегать. For example, желать счастливого пути, to wish a good trip. Добиваться успеха в учебе, to strive for success in education. Достигать цели, to reach a goal. Бояться собак, to be afraid of dogs. Пугаться жуков, to fear bugs. Избегать общества, to avoid company of other people. And then you use genitive with certain adjectives like full of, deserve, to deserve something, to lack something. And here are some examples here. Then you use the genitive for comparatives, like for something it's bigger than something else, or taller, or whatever. For here I used the cities. I live in Portland, and Seattle's next to me, so I said Seattle больше Portlanda. Seattle is bigger than Portland. Comparative. You use genitive also when you use negation statements, like something is not something. Вы не умеете право. You don't have the right. The right here, правда, is in genitive. Право, usually is права, is in genitive. Он этого не понимает. When the object is это, you also put это in genitive. He doesn't understand this. Я не читал романов. When the object is not specific, like novels, romanov, and you say, no, I did not read the novels, you put the novel in genitive. Он не сказал ни слова. He didn't say a word. Word is the object. When you use with ni, not a word, you put the word in genitive. Я не слышал вопроса. When you use verbs of perception, like hearing, seeing, touching, tasting, whatever, the object of your perception, for example here, hearing, is going to be in genitive. So that's it. I hope that was useful, and I'll see you the next lesson.